What's up, everybody? Plural of everything here. Kind of stealing InModiasWeTrust's little thing that he says when he starts his videos, but not really. I've been tagged to do another 5 facts video, so I thought I would do that. Okay, one fact is that I have a Super Nintendo, and a rather, well, I don't know if you would call this extensive, but I think it's a pretty decent collection of games. I've got it right here. It's this shoebox full of games. Let's see, some highlights include Super Mario RPG, Secret of Mana, one of my favorites. I haven't finished this game, but I hear really good things about it. Earthbound. Oh, this is my favorite game of all time. Final Fantasy III, also known as Final Fantasy VI, by those in the know. I probably have a few other cool ones here. Let's see, I've got Killer Instinct. I'd never been too into it, but my sister loved it. My sister actually collected these games and then traded me the Super Nintendo and these for a PS2. I've since gotten another PS2, so I now have both. Let's see, here we got Super Metroid. Awesome game right there. I'm hoping these will one day be worth something, but I don't know. Time will tell. Let's see. Fact number 2. No. Fact number 4. I'm just going to skip right to fact number 4. Don't worry, I'll do all 5. I'm just going to say fact number 4 now. I'm doing them out of order, even though I didn't write them down. Let's see. Since, November of 2001, I have played a game called Runescape. It's an MMORPG, a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. I'm not as fixated on it as I used to. I've taken some breaks. I just actually got back to the game after taking about a year off, and I find myself a lot less driven to play now. You got to be careful sometimes with video games, with MMORPGs, or even regular games. You got to keep it in balance. And I guess it's easier to strike that balance when you get older. Let's see. Fact number 3. Let's see. Fact number 3, I am an ordained minister with the Universal Life Church. I've mentioned this in a couple of other videos. In fact, I may have mentioned it in my last 5 facts video. So I'll do 6 facts for this one just in case, but here are my credentials of ministry. So there's the proof. So I can perform weddings, and I can do whatever it is that ministers do at funerals, though I have no idea what that is, so I guess I would have trouble doing it. Okay, fact number 2. I think I went from 1 to 4. I don't remember how many facts I've done. I guess I could turn this off and look at it and then start again, but I'm not going to. So I'll just do some random number of facts and hope that it adds up to 5. Fact number 2, maybe I can't count to 5. Okay, fact number 5. I just had it in mind, but it went out of my head. Let me pause this for a second so you're not sitting here as I'm going, Okay, I thought of something. Okay, fact number 4. I am planning on becoming a teacher. I want to teach English in junior high. I know it's very difficult. It probably will be, and that's actually part of the reason. I'm a writer. I'm very into things like the mechanics of it. Grammar, spelling, punctuation. Even all the things you would think are little details, but they really do count for something. Even things like word choice, sentence structure. It's all the bricks and mortar of writing, I think, are very important, and they constitute the beauty of language. There are people online I've talked to a lot who basically talk like cavemen. They don't like to use words like am or is. They'll just be like, I going to store now. Like they're trying to skip words in the middle of sentences, I guess to save time. They're like, oh, typing like this is faster. Well, it's even faster not to type at all, not to be on the computer. You're communicating with people. Even if you're in a game, it's not just a game. If you're playing a game and you're trying to talk to people, the talking to people that you're doing is real. And there is a difference, I realize, between written grammar and spoken grammar. But there are still rules. You don't just toss out all the rules when you go from written to spoken. And when you're writing, you really need to adhere to some rules of written grammar. And you should try to spell things correctly. Learn to spell. I could go on a 15-minute rant on this pretty easily, so I'll try not to. But suffice it to say that I think that spelling, grammar, and punctuation are very important, and that my interactions with little kids on the internet have helped influence my decision to become a junior high English teacher. Because I think at that age, it's not too late to teach them to care. And they're old enough to understand. They're old enough to not have any excuses not to be learning. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, so I don't want to be an old dog teacher. And I think elementary school would just be too easy. Junior high is such a difficult time. And I hated junior high. I hated it so much. And I got through it. It made me stronger. And I think they need role models who actually care about them and whether or not they learn. So there's that fact. Let's see. I want to try and think of two more. If anyone's counting, well, don't bother counting. Alright, another fact I just came up with. I didn't just come up with it, it was a fact already. And it's a good thing I brought this out because I have a new ticket stub to put in here. I have mentioned before that I keep all my old ticket stubs. And so I have here my collection. Whoops. Well, it's ruined now. Thanks a lot, everybody. No, it's not. I have been collecting these for about 10 years. There's one down there somewhere. There it is. Ever since I saw the first Mummy movie. And so just almost every movie I've seen since then, I've kept the ticket stubs. So let me see if I can pick out some really old ones. They're probably near the bottom, but I have shuffled through this in the past. Let's see. I have all the Matrix movies in here, although the first one was the only really good one. Let's see. I've got, WALL-E. WALL-E was awesome. Loved that movie. I will buy it one of these days. Oh, this is what I hate when this happens. When it fades. Can't even read what movie that was. Oh, and that's upside down. Oh, Jumper. Oh, that's a shame. Jumper was a great movie, too. I'm a big movie fan. Let's see. We've got The Golden Compass. Didn't care too much for that one. See, the thing about this paper is that they print on it with heat instead of with ink. So the paper's reactive, so I think probably over time these will fade more and more, which kind of makes this whole collection pointless. But, well, oh well. I keep them here in this box that I got from my sister while she was in Iraq. This is actually a puzzle box. It's solved right now, and I'm not going to go and solve it now because I think I'm probably going a little over on time, perhaps. But it's a puzzle box, and I can lock it by, moving the stuff around on it. And I think that is probably enough. I may have said I'm going to do two more, but let's just say the puzzle box was the last one. So there we go. There are 5 facts. I'm not sure who I'm going to tag, but I'll think of somebody. Actually, I have 2 people in mind who I'm going to tag. One God, one Jesus. and godinventedmusic. Two of my favorite people. And probably Freethinker3161, maybe, if he hasn't been tagged lately. He's another one of my favorites. Oh, and of course you, InModiasWeTrust, you're the one who tagged me. You're a cool dude. Okay, that's all. That's it.